what I took away was that we faced so many different things, whether it was, challenges with other leaders, challenges with the boys, the fact that we were spent 12 days together in close quarters, but also some of the elements that, it's just the fact that as a team, we could get through pretty much everything.
The vest was an orange safety vest that we got, and it signified anytime you messed up or screwed up or did something a little stupid, you got the vest to, warn everybody. My favorite memory of the vest was even before we left San Diego at all, we were at the train station and Anthony's bag started leaking tons and tons of water. So before we left San Diego, Anthony was already wearing the vest.
It couldn't have been more than an hour into the trip.
Like he was on the train wearing
already
the vest.
had the vest. I thought it was kind of cool because I think it was a quest that we made sure everybody had the vest at least once.
And after the vest claiming its first victim, we got on the train and embarked on our 26-hour train ride from San Diego to Raton, New Mexico. Once we got there, we were greeted by a huge Philmont sign, and we went to the check-in office and they gave us tents to stay in for the night. We then went and set up camp in the middle of the inbound and homebound tent cities. It was a sight to see. Philmont sends and brings back over 60 crews each day and houses and feeds all of them. We slept through the night and woke up in the morning and took down our tents. After that, we went to breakfast and listened to the staff songs and ate. We then went and turned in our tents and were assigned a ranger who would be with us for the rest of our days at base camp and for the first 3 days on the trail. His name is Colton, and he was a fantastic person to get to know.
I think one of the favorite memories that I had was when we stopped at the camp called Cimarroncito. And as we walked up to the main cabin to check in and everything, there was a rugby ball on the deck. And I think the staffer, as he told us later, saw that a couple of our guys were in rugby shorts.
So the rugby game, in a way, started all the way back when at the beginning of the training hikes, when Parker, Anthony, and I would wear our rugby shorts on the hikes just because they were short and easy to hike in. The counselors there, one of the camp counselors there, saw that we had our rugby shorts on. They saw the logo. They saw, of course, the size of them. And he ran inside and got the rugby ball and placed it outside where we can see it when we were going to check in. And so that sparked our interest right away. We saw it and started talking to him about it. And he said he never had a game there. Like he'd always have kids come and try to play with the ball, but we never had a game. And so we had to change that, of course. We were being that crew. So we got a game started. It started like 4-on-4. Picked up, we got about 7 or 8 people on each side. And had a full game going on in the middle of the meadow. And it was awesome. There were people from our crew, people from different crews, people from all over the country that were playing there. And then some staff members jumped in as well. A couple of them played at that base camp. And it was one of the best experiences I had of the whole trip. It was so much fun playing with everybody there. And the staff members said it was one of their best days they've had all summer. And it was really awesome for us.
On day 6, we reluctantly left Cimarroncito for the hunting lodge. The lodge was a themed stop, meaning that the staff there wore clothing accustomed to a certain time period. In this case, the time when Wade Phillips owned Philmont. After that, we went through the demonstration forest, which is a part of Philmont where they teach about reforestation. We then had to hike over 5 miles before reaching Clark's Fork, which would be our last source of pure water until day 8, 2 days later. Once we were there, we knew we had about 3 hours left until the rain started. So we filled up our water bottles, camelbacks, and grabbed some purification tablets, and left. Earlier in the trek, we decided that we would want to see the sunrise from the top of Tooth of Time. So at 3 a.m. in the morning, we all woke up and hit the trail at about 3:30. The trail was dark and really rocky, but thanks to our headlamps, we were able to traverse it with some ease. But these trails were nothing like we'd ever seen before. The trail on the Tooth Ridge was rocky and full of gravel, so it had to be carefully climbed over. As sunrise was approaching, we were getting very close to the summit, and as the sun finally came over the horizon, we had just finished bouldering up to the top. Beaubien was one of our favorite camps for 3 reasons. The first was because the staff cooked dinner for us the first night. The second, because they had showers. The showers were pretty different from Cimarroncito though, because you had to have a buddy outside in the furnace keeping a fire going in order to have hot water in the shower. And last but not least, they had an amazing campfire program, which is actually where the music from all this is coming from.
There was 13 people on our crew, and I think that we all became much better friends than we were before. And I absolutely loved it there. I love backpacking. It was beautiful every second of the trip except for all of the rain, but it was still an amazing hike. And I can't wait to go back to Philmont. Just like they say, I want to go back to Philmont.